Hi, I'm Joanie Spencer, Editor-in-Chief of Commercial Baking, and I am at the BEMA Annual Convention in Puerto Rico, and I am catching up with my friend, Clay Miller, President of Burford Corp, and the 2024-25 BEMA Board Chair. Hi, Clay. Thank you so much for catching up with me today.
Thank you, Joanie. Thanks for having me.
Well, first I want to say congratulations on almost completing your tenure as board chair. You have been an incredible leader for the organization, and this is an incredible setting, and you have done an amazing job bringing everyone together. So congratulations and thank you.
Thank you. I'm getting excited. Each day I'm getting a little more excited.
You're nearing the finish line.
I am.
So, okay, I want to talk to you about some of your leadership philosophies that you have put into practice during this time. I've known you for a while, and you bring this air of togetherness and collaboration to your leadership, and I almost want to use the word fellowship. Would that be a fair assessment?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, both personally and professionally, I think coming together as a group is super important, and I learned from some of the best, Fred Springer, and people that taught me that the relationship matters. And so the stuff we've got to do with board activities and, you know, all the conference calls and just getting together and then bringing an event like this to the industry is what it's all about. So it's passionate to me to bring people together and build those relationships.
Speaking of relationships, I was talking to a couple first-timers yesterday, and they were really sort of marveling at the vibe that BEMA brings to its convention, and that it's not just supplier to baker connection, and it's not this immediate, I guess, ROI, but it's more complex than that, and there are longer relationships that you're going to meet somebody who can introduce you to somebody else, or you get to know someone's family and it deepens that relationship.
Yes.
So then when it's time for business, they know each other a little better. Why do you think BEMA is that way?
I don't know, but I love it because it breaks down those walls. You know, there's no wall of competition within the BEMA walls. So,
Right.
And I think what that does is it sets yourself up to work through problems because, you know, tough times are going to come at some point or another, and we're all in the bakery together. Competitors are side by side with our customers, and when you bring family into this event, it just kind of brings the real out in everybody, and it just seems like a much more impactful relationship that follows.
I totally agree with that. And you've got a lot of bakers here. You have dozens of bakers here, don't you? How many?
Dozens of bakers, yes. Well, not dozens and dozens, but 39.
All right.
39 bakers is a solid number.
And that's a few dozen.
We were excited. Yeah, a few dozen. Perfect.
So the bakers really got something out of this. And watching the regional baker panel, which I also loved because you really sort of captured the culture that we're in right now. I heard one of them say, BEMA members, we need you. How are BEMA members, how does coming to an event like this or participating in BEMA help the bakers?
Yeah, I mean, they highlighted it in even a better way because they're on an island.
Right.
But really, every bakery is on an island because when they break down, they don't have time, you know, to ship it or even drive it over. So having that connection where we tell them what they need, where we get the right parts in advance and just create that relationship where all that stuff is done in advance of an emergency is even more prevalent on an island. So I think the relationship, it matters.
It does. It really does. And we're in some uncertain times this year. It's a crazy year with tariffs and MAHA, but also it's an IBIE year. So I think everything that BEMA is doing right now at this convention and throughout the year, it's the perfect pregame for IBIE.
Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like it might be a reset. You know, we've come off 2 to 3 years of, you know, very high growth in the industry. And then every time an IBI year comes around, everybody wants to wait and see.
Right.
You know, you got innovations coming out, so they want to wait and see. So everybody is primed and ready to have one of the best IBIEs ever. So I think we're going to bring lots of innovation to the industry, and the bakers are going to get that return on investment through automation, and new ideas.
I totally agree. Well, Clay, thank you so much for catching up with me.
Absolutely.
I have one last question for
Yeah.
you. As you finish out your term as chair and Jay Hardy is going to step into those shoes, I would love for you to just look at the camera and give one piece of advice to Jay.
Jay Hardy, natural leader, so he's not going to need a lot of advice, but Jay, I would say, be present, be in the moment. It's kind of tough to do because you get ahead of yourself trying to figure everything out, but if you can kind of try to sit in the moment and just enjoy it. Enjoy the moment, Jay.
All right. I have enjoyed this moment, Clay. Congratulations again, and thank you so much for all you have done and all you do for Burford, for BEMA, and for the industry.
Thank you, Joanie, and thank you for serving on the board.
Thank you.